What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the AfterBuzz TV After Show for Good Trouble. Tonight, we're going to be recapping Season 1, Episode 3, titled Allies. Then we're going to head on and play a fun, innocent little game of Have You Been Good or Trouble? And, of course, we have a very special guest, so stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to AfterBuzz TV. We are here for Good Trouble, Season 1, Episode 3, titled Allies. And we have a full panel.
Yes.
We are so excited. So to my left, I have the unapologetic Chae Jones.
Well, you know, that's what I'm called.
We have the informed and woke Taylor Gates.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. What's up?
What is up? And we have the beautiful and bubbly Miss Meagan Lynn. How are you?
That's so sweet. I'm doing so well. How are you, Dakota?
Doing very great. My name is Dakota T. Jones, and we have an incredible special guest today. He's going to reveal himself in just a second. He plays Mr. Wood on the show, Alex Wood. Dustin Ingram, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for
Are you trying to
having
tell
me.
us you've been trouble?
Yeah, that's why I started with that.
I love that.
Consensus.
I'm not a good guy.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
no.
Jeez Louise.
You didn't even try to pretend.
Little foreshadowing of
Yeah.
tonight's episode.
Absolutely. You cause a lot of trouble in this show, I have to say.
I am the trouble part of the good trouble.
Yes, you are.
Well, there's a lot of other trouble.
But we needed you, though. We needed to have some trouble in the show.
Yeah, you
so.
got to be able to dislike someone because everybody else is so gosh darn likable.
Exactly.
If you're gonna fight the patriarchy, you need someone to fight.
Exactly.
That's right.
True.
That's
Bring
right.
it on.
And you love to hate him.
Punch him back.
You know, you love to hate him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you love
thank
to hate
you.
him.
So
Well,
sweet.
Just a little bit of a synopsis of what we're going to be talking about in this next 45 minutes. We're going to be recapping the episode, of course. Then we're going to move on to Taylor's special segment, This Girl is Dope. Obviously, the show is about a lot of women empowerment, so she's going to highlight the woman in the mainstream media or politics who is killing it right now and deserves some recognition. Then we're going to be having Chae lead us in a game of Have You Been Good or Trouble with these incredible paddles that we've got here.
They're so much fun, though. I DIY'd this, obviously.
I love it. I love it. And of course, we have some questions for Dustin, and we have some predictions as always. So make sure you stay tuned for the full interview. But first of all, I got to have your overall thoughts of tonight's episode, Allies.
Just a lot of things happening. I am here for everything, and I love the fact that we got to see Evan a little bit more. Even his character a little bit, like we're figuring out what he's about. Just a tad. But he's so sweet. And I'm just like, okay, I'm here for this. I'm here for, like, Mariana to, like, get her recognition. Like, it's slowly happening. He's, like, recognizing it.
I'm sorry,
Sorry.
Mariana.
Mariana, I blame him.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Blame him. Mariana, I feel so nope. I'm okay. Sorry.
They started writing it in the scripts the way that I say it after I started
No,
to.
really?
So they actually spell it out Mariana
That's too
whenever
good.
Alex says it.
I love that.
Okay, so yeah. Sorry, Mariana. It was my bad.
Yeah.
I will only apologize about that today. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah, I agree. I think Mariana's, workplace drama is really fun, and I'm also really enjoying, Callie's sort of storyline in her situation. And she's really, she's faltering a bit, obviously, because that's what you do when you're right out of college starting, your kind of first job. But she's also starting to really kind of hold her own and come into her own, and I'm really excited to see her continue to make progress and, kind of assert herself and be able to fight her own battles.
Yeah, she's making moves, but I am ready for Mariana to clap back already. Alex is starting to rub me the wrong way. I can't deal with it anymore. I would really love to see your character have a soft spot at some point.
Yeah, every human does. So usually the villains don't think they're the villains. They're also humans, just uneducated. Oh, sorry. I was just told to pull my mic up. So yeah, there's, you might see some human qualities peek out, hopefully.
I'm
in a
hoping
second.
so. I feel like you said that there has to be a moment, and I feel like personally that your character feels threatened because a woman is coming into the workplace who is, hate to break it to you, smarter than you are.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
you're worried
Without
about
a doubt.
your title of being like head of the group to be taken over.
Yeah, the masculinity takes over, the ego takes over. It's always out of insecurity. Whenever anybody
Absolutely.
treats them like that, it's most of the time, but out of just complete insecurity.
Absolutely.
There's this whole actor backstory I could give you about why Alex treats
Just give us the
Mariana.
rundown.
Yeah, but we'll
Yes.
save it.
The
There's a
poor,
reason.
fragile male ego.
Yeah.
Strikes again.
Isn't
Oh,
it a
that's-
beautiful thing?
No.
That was sarcasm.
Obviously, on last week's episode, we saw that Mariana was sending you lots of drunk voicemails.
Yes.
And something that you took from that was her face filter idea.
Mm-hmm.
And you took that and ran with it, and you're getting all the credit now.
Yeah.
So did your character think that Mariana was just drunk and not going to remember that she had told you this idea, and maybe that you just came up with it yourself, or did you know what you were doing?
I think at that point, he doesn't care whether or not she was drunk. He has clearly established himself at Speculate, and no newbie, especially this, attractive female, is going to come in and outshine him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't think it matters. There's not much tact that Alex works with, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And fortunately.
There's just such
Makes
an
good
element,
television.
of like laziness too, which frustrates me because he's stealing other people's ideas. He doesn't want to get the work done quickly because then the expectations will be higher.
Yep.
And so that's another really frustrating part to me is he's not even working hard for and being threatened. Like he's not even trying and pushing himself to his full potential.
And she's so ambitious.
Exactly.
She
She
is.
can't allow that to show.
I know.
How frustrating.
And she kind of upsets you because she comes back and she gets the work done quickly, and you're worried now we have to work double time because they're going to expect us to be this fast all the time.
Yeah.
You were hoping to take the idea, get some recognition for it, but then still kind of sit back and be, a little bit lazy,
Yeah,
And
not
now
work
you're
too
going
hard.
to, now you're feeling the heat like, oh, wow, we've got to go now.
Yeah, when are we supposed to find time to play ping pong?
Right.
We're working all the time.
VR.
Or VR.
Or VR ping
Or
pong.
yoga. All that's improv. Everything we said during the VR is improv. Little tip.
Like I'm a Madge, you're a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I'm a D&D guy, so I actually proposed that idea to him. And
Oh, really?
We took off with it, yeah.
Oh, that
I
would
love
be
that.
fun.
Yeah, D&D's a blast.
Yeah.
Side note.
Side note. Obviously, we see Mariana run into her boss. What was his name?
Evan.
And we all kind of thought he was just this douchebag, for lack of better terms.
I wanted to know your opinions about
Yeah, I mean,
how he
originally,
plays. Yeah.
when we see him in the elevator with her on 2 episodes ago, we thought, wow, he must really just think he's hot stuff and does not want to talk to her at all. Turns out that's not the case. He was never even told
Yeah.
that she was kind of shut down, and he was told a lie that she never got back to them about talking about the app. So that was frustrating. And there's obviously like a spark there, which I was not expecting between him and Mariana, because I almost said Mariana. Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
I mean,
It's rubbing off.
we've only watched the Fosters for 5 seasons, and now you're just gonna come along and change
Ruin
it all.
everything.
My bad.
But yeah, there was a spark. Obviously, she spilled coffee all over him,
Yeah.
and that was so funny. That was great comedic timing, like going down, hitting each other's foreheads,
Yeah.
the screen being cracked.
One after the other.
I love it. It was
Why
great.
does someone
Holly
who,
bears.
why does someone who runs a tech company not have tempered glass on their phone?
I
That
know.
really bugged me.
That is a great question.
And why does he not have a new one by the next day?
Okay, so we've talked about this. Like he might be on the spectrum. Like it might seem that way, but like you're saying about the spark, like either it's gonna be a friendship or at least an admiration of her because she's not giving up, and I'm appreciating that fact. But like he's definitely like working it all out for himself in a way too, because they're like, oh, she didn't get back to me, but he's like still like you can see the wheels in his head turning and turning. Like something's not right here.
Yeah, he seemed willing to accept her pitch for a new app.
Yeah.
But I feel like the powers that be aren't really him. They're the kind of the structure that's already been set up there, which
Yeah.
seems very male driven.
Well, and then the other homeboy that comes in and says, oh, no, she never got back to me. It's not just Alex. That whole thing is run by some insecure male, played by the wonderful Charlie Bowden, by the way.
Yes.
He's great. You'll see more of him.
I love how we were talking about in the episode, they said something like, well, not all men at the workplace must be awful. And you just go,
I wonder.
you're like,
Hashtag not all men.
I mean,
I'm not
I'll
mean.
take that.
I do really like the point that they brought up, though, and I'm sure we'll get into it a little more with Raj, but
Yes.
how he is, like, nice to Mariana, like, when no one's around, but I love the fact that they brought up, like, just because you're nice when nobody else is around, if you're not standing up for her, like, in front of anyone, if there's no real stakes for you and nothing's really, like nothing's gonna happen if you are just nice on the side. Like you have to be willing to speak out, and that's what kind of makes you a true ally and a true hero. And so I just really like that they brought that up, because I think a lot of shows are like, oh, he's like the nice guy, like he has such good intentions, but I mean if he's not willing to speak out and put his own sort of
Right.
reputation on the
Yeah.
line, then it doesn't mean anything.
I mean,
Absolutely.
good intentions are only as good as you use them. And obviously, the good intentions are also paved with the way to hell. So, you know, there's that.
Dark.
Just saying. I mean, realist, come on.
Yeah. Speaking of good intentions, though, that's like a storyline that Callie's struggling with right now because she has all these intentions to want to, you know, use the progressive argument to, like, help persuade Judge Wilson in a way. But Rebecca kind of shoots her down and is kind of showing her some friendship by being like, hey, like, I told him that we all wrote this memo together, but then she's still saying that, you know, he was just kind of using her. So seeing that Judge Wilson is like, hey, I want you to rewrite this memo, I thought that was really neat because it kind of gave Callie her voice back because she was like, I'm just going to write everything in the perspective of Judge Wilson from now on. And I was really kind of upset that she just had given up so quickly on that. But I love that she was able to rewrite it. And I mean, I'm hoping that, you know, that kind of helped persuade Wilson to make sure that, you know, Jamal Thompson gets a trial, which was very exciting to see. It was unfortunate that the 911 calls were thrown out due to lack of relevance, as they said. But, man, what did you guys think of Malika's involvement and how she's kind of a part of this world now and friends with Jamal's mom?
That is just going to... I don't even know if I would want to touch that with a 10-foot pole at this point because it's going to make it harder for Callie. Now, because Ben's also, like, his brain's working too. Like, oh, they might know each other. So it's just a very volatile, dynamite situation. And I'm just like, I don't even want to be there when the explosion happens. Like, I really don't. I just want to, like be in a corner. Like, okay, you're good, right? Okay, I'm high now.
Yeah,
That's
I think it's definitely going to make it harder on Callie, but I'm really excited and like happy for Malika because it seems like she's like becoming very fulfilled like through this involvement. And I think there were even some parallels there. Like obviously she did not have a great childhood growing up and she's not really close to her own mother and doesn't even really want to associate with her. And I feel like in a way Jamal's mom is sort of taking on that maternal role for her in a way,
Right.
like celebrating with her and just kind of congratulating her when, you know, they raise their hands up together. And so I think it's definitely going to make Callie's life harder and that relationship may be strained, but I'm just really excited to see where that goes with Malika because I think it's going to be really positive for her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like Callie is finally starting to trust her own instincts and come into her own. But I think she really needs to disassociate from constantly going to Ben and Rebecca for advice because at this point I trust neither of them. They act like they hate each other. I think they're 100% in cahoots. And I feel like her relationship with Malika, even if she is like trying her best to like keep it separate to not know anything about the family side of the case, it could cost her position.
Absolutely.
really
Do you
could.
guys all think the other clerks are bad or good? Do you think that there are...
Some part of me like wants to trust Rebecca for some reason. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but
You trust her more than Ben?
I do in
She
a
tries to
way.
play like the older sister.
I think she does, and she just goes about it in like really not great ways
Yeah.
sometimes. But something about her just feels kind of genuine to me.
Sometimes.
I don't know. Maybe she's a great actress, and I'm just
She's a great
being
actress.
tricked.
She's a great
but
actress.
But something that you just said that you think that they're like in cahoots.
Because they constantly, like, they'll each individually give her advice that contradicts the others, and they're always like, no, don't listen to him, don't listen to her. But then they're always, like, off in the corner, like, like, did you see the way
Yeah.
she looked at that girl? Seems like
That's
she knows her.
interesting.
I don't envy that job. That seems so stressful to do that.
No, and having
Oh,
to deal with,
gosh.
like, high school cattiness
Yeah.
when you're literally
Well,
a
I mean-
lawyer.
No thanks.
I think any job, depending on the job, sometimes it's like just like you're back in high school. It becomes about cliques and it becomes about, you know, who's the most popular at this time. And I feel like we really, as a society, really need to leave high school where it needs to stay. High school needs to stay in the ether, in the background, and never be returned to again.
Yeah.
Like, just
That'd
seriously.
be nice. Yeah.
I do have to say
Sorry.
though, I do think Rebecca is pretty great at like convincing people of things. So being a lawyer is a great job for her. But the fact that she convinced Callie that like, oh, you're the counter clerk, and she convinced all of us, and then Wilson's like, do you really think I need a counter
Yeah,
clerk
I love
who's
that.
like been
Yeah.
out of college for like a month? I was like, oh my gosh, she has such a good point. Like, I
Yeah.
never had thought of that. Like, I was so convinced that
I
it was
know.
true.
I feel like I constantly have whiplash. Like, if I was in Callie's position,
know.
I'd be like, who do I
Yeah.
trust? I can't trust my coworkers. I'm not sure if I can trust my boss. My friends are trying to influence me in different directions.
What I love about Judge Wilson, though, is what he said. He's like, you forgot the most simplest thing. Like, And it's like those details. Like, we try to go for the biggest, most showy thing, but it's that simple moment, that simple thing that seems so easy that we just don't want to go towards.
Do
We
y'all
rather go for
think
what's
she's-
hard than what's easy.
Do y'all think she's trying too hard?
A little
bit.
But in a way, like, I don't know. I felt like even though she kind of did, I guess, like, fail, quote unquote, like, the fact that she could immediately know, like, what he's citing and have sort of a rebuttal for it. Like, she's obviously well informed and has done her research. She just needs, you know, some experience to kind of polish it and pick the correct arguments, but she's clearly knows what she's talking about.
I mean, she's tried to kind of do it all herself for a while. We see her kind of go and need legal help from, and you were explaining who it was. We kind of had forgotten him.
Yeah, it's Jamie. So he was so when the Fosters came back for the 3 episodes for Brandon's wedding, he is Eliza, who is Brandon's wife now, which seems crazy to say since, like, you know, we started when they were in high school, but Eliza's brother. So Callie's, like, brother-in-law.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of interesting to see her go towards him and be like, hey, I need the family and friends discount.
Here's $1.
Here's a
I mean,
buck.
I know. Do you think that was kind of like a bad decision on her part to trust someone that... Do you think that was messy?
It seems like she doesn't have anybody else to trust, sadly.
Yeah.
She can't talk to anybody at the coterie, for the most part, besides Mariana. And even their relationship it's always sort of rocky, you know. It's they're in love or they're either fighting. So I think she needs it.
Yeah.
And, you know, clearly it sets up some wonderful storylines with her and Gael, too.
I know. Yeah.
Who's she gonna choose? Who was it? One of you was saying she has chemistry with everybody.
I feel chemistry between Callie and, like, everyone that's on screen with her.
Like, she can just look at a mop sitting in the corner and you'd be like, oh my gosh, I ship it.
I'm serious. It's true. Like, Maya Mitchell just... Everyone she can act with. It's crazy.
I love
Who do you think she's gonna... Or this may hijack your thing that you do at the end of the show. Who do you think she's gonna end up with?
Ooh.
Oh, so
my
are
gosh,
we
it's
saying
such a
that
difficult-
Jamie's going to be around for a while?
I don't know.
Because if we're saying that, then that's a whole different ballgame for
I
life.
don't know.
I still ship her and Brandon. I know that's really like slim
Oh my God.
chance.
No
we
offense, though,
not?
I totally agree with her. So I'm in total agreement.
Dakota were like, no,
hilarious.
thank you.
No, thank you.
Well,
They are not related, so it really doesn't matter.
Every week this comes up.
I'm really pissed at Gael right now because he's so indecisive, and I've dealt with so many boys like that, not men, boys. And
with their
he
comfort.
can't commit to anyone, and I'm over it.
I hate that.
Because you can't say 1 second, oh, I am seeing her now. But, like, and then he's like, you choose me, and then just make out. Excuse you, sir?
And then he was like, damn, sorry I can't come over. Like, how can you? You're a straight up liar. Like, I'm over it.
You're like, I feel like some anguish is coming out
I'll
right
fight
now.
you right now.
I'm glad Tommy isn't here this week.
Yeah.
Oh, last week I was a fan. Last week I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like, what were we calling him? Like, Gayali? I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah.
their ship
Gayali.
name is.
Gael. Oh, yeah.
The ship name.
Kyle.
Kyle.
Right?
Kyle.
Sounds like,
I
sounds
love
like
that better,
Kale.
though.
Yeah.
You know, but he did give us a fair warning when we asked him if he thought that their relationship was good or trouble. He did say that he thinks that there are good intentions there, but things arise, things happen. And so that makes me think that this is obviously going to be an ongoing issue with the commitment. And obviously she's not really wanting to commit, or at least that's what she's saying right now. She's busy. She doesn't have time for her personal life. She's just looking for something fun. But then again, you can see that there's tension when they see each other at that bar whenever Gael is with Brian, I think his name is.
Yeah.
And then she is with...
Jamie.
I'm like, I don't remember
I
him.
don't like Brian either. He's manipulative.
I'm going to shout out
Yeah.
Carmen Cortez in the chat. She says, Jamie is her legal priest. She needs someone to talk to. Her hot priest, by the way.
All right, go ahead.
Such a good way to
Go on.
Preach
describe
it.
That
that.
really is like the best thing to ever say about. I mean, if there's any way to be a hot priest,
Church is in session. And
Right.
that dollar is her tithe.
That is her tithe.
Absolutely. Let's go.
yes.
That's
Oh my gosh.
amazing. That's amazing. Well, before we move on with the recap, Taylor, why don't you tell us some amazing things that are going on at AfterBuzz right now?
Yes. So we just wanted to say thank you guys for making us be the ESPN of TV talk. For us to continue to grow, we need your guys' help. If you're on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. 1 through 4 is broken, so it's got to be 5. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you guys can get involved in the conversation. I love going and reading what you guys have to say because it's so fun to hear, you know, your theories and you give such good theories and thoughts. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us, and we truly appreciate you supporting us in doing what we love to do. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep on enjoying our shows. Thanks, guys, for watching.
We
During-
so appreciate it.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys. And during that short word from our sponsors, Dustin has done a quick change.
Hello. Welcome.
That was great.
Thank you.
It was really
That's-
subtle.
That's the old theater boy.
I know you were trying to be subtle about it. I just had to call attention to it.
Thank you. I appreciate
love
it.
Well,
I
I mean,
love it.
speaking of the quick change, Alexander Seal in the chat says, "Ain't that Dustin a talented SOB?"
Oh,
Alexander Silva. He played my brother in a show called Sun Records.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
Awesome.
That's so funny.
I was like such a supportive fan.
I know that's so. I mean, I've never met that guy in my life. Thank
Right.
you, Alexander Sill. I think you said.
What was it?
Are you buying supporters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the chat.
That cost me a lot of money.
Yeah,
Friends and family discount.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Something interesting we also got from Gael this episode is that his sister Jasmine, who is trans,
Yeah.
Yes.
and she has fallen behind on rent, and so Gael was going to, what was it, bronze
Bronze?
cast
Yeah.
this serpent-looking thing.
Phallic looking
phallus.
thing.
Phallic
They're
looking
clearly
thing.
a
Please tell me
phallus.
what phallic means.
Oh, Dakota.
Dakota,
Shaped-
what do you have?
Phallic.
what is a part of
Charisma.
All right,
No.
charisma. Got it.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know how else to say that without. Yeah, I can't get
What
creative.
do I
I'm
have?
so sorry.
Charisma. Thank you. Okay, now I get it. But he had to kind of let his art. I'm
I'm
trying to
sorry,
steer
I
us
like that
back.
a table of women had to explain that to you.
I didn't know the term. All right, I didn't know the term.
I just sat over here silently.
He's like, that's what I figured. Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
You could have asked any other time.
Yeah. But it was interesting that he kind of had to put his art on like the back seat to basically just say, well, I'm gonna help my sister out, and I thought that was, nice considering Jasmine didn't feel comfortable reaching out to her parents for help. But I just hate that Gael is not able to pursue his art because I feel like that's the one thing in his life that he does seem to somewhat commit to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, you know what? I don't know if I want Callie or Brian, but I have a nice, phallic serpent-looking sculpture.
I can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, go off.
I think that's verbatim. I think that was the exact line.
That
he
was
said in the
it.
show.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. But are you guys into Brian and Gael at all? Or are you really just...
No, I can't stand Brian. I don't like him at
Sometimes
all.
I'm just like, they're hot though, and I'm just like,
There's more to look.
There's
I mean,
more to
How about
life.
honesty? How about
know,
trust?
I totally get what you're saying, but just for looks wise, though, they look great together. The kissing is hot. As a person, he's very shady. He's like the classic. Can I just say, like, I feel like if I say the word, I'm gonna like get like so much in trouble.
Do it. You won't do it.
He's like the classic gay, shady, just catty. Like, I'm in it from a selfish. Like,
Well, the whole
I feel like he
talking
doesn't
about-
feel like he really cares much about Gael. It's more like just
He
'cause
wants to
somebody-
win.
He wants to win.
Right.
He wants.
That makes
he
it
wants
pretty clear, too.
Right. It's not even about him no more. It's about like, I have to now win you
And he had
from a
that
woman.
he had that weird moment though where he was almost like hitting on Callie, and I was like, "What's happening here?"
Yeah, and that flaunting the other date in front of them both at the high-rise
That was
restaurant.
interesting.
Have you ever had that happen to you?
No.
No.
No? Yeah, me neither. I was just kidding.
I'm like, tell us. What happened?
It's just such a dirty tactic to play
It
to
is.
get what you want. I'm gonna go see this person.
Like, cool.
But that's what Gael's doing too, so who the heck knows? Maybe it's justified.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think you were saying that he's in it more for the power of it. He wants to win.
Yeah.
And he made it clear by it being like, well, it's not a competition, but if it was, would I win or don't I win or something like that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So, I mean,
People
he doesn't have
aren't
the purest
property.
intentions. Amen.
That's good. Seriously.
Okay, I know I said you were the woke one, but I don't know. Tonight it's her.
She's showing me up.
I'm
I'm so
going
sorry.
Tonight.
She's very
Defeating the
passionate about today.
patriarchy.
That's right. Well,
All these men need to be put in their place.
there you go. Well, you know what?
Facts.
Let's move away from talking about men for a second. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the
Says
dope.
the man.
I know.
What a grand idea, Dakota.
Yeah. So let's talk about the dope women in this world.
Yeah.
Taylor,
Yes.
let's talk about this segment we have. This girl is dope.
Yes, this girl is dope. So we did Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez last week, so we're going to switch back
a queen.
to the a true queen. You're right. So we're going to switch back to a tech industry woman because Dustin is here and he's obviously in the tech world in the
industry
show.
woman.
Yeah, of course. So this week we're going to be highlighting Tosca Musk, who is Elon Musk's sister, but she's actually making a name for herself too. She's the co-creator and CEO of a platform called Passionflix, which is a streaming site that's sort of similar to Netflix, but it streams exclusively romance movies and makes a lot of original content based off of like best-selling books.
That's amazing.
And what's really cool is she's really committed to showcasing like the female gaze and showing healthy relationships with strong female characters. So I feel like the romance movie is really sort of having a comeback, especially the rom-com right now.
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah, with Netflix, and so this Passionflix is sort of an extension of that, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Can we get an amen for healthy relationships?
Yeah. Amen.
All I'm asking for.
Healthy relationships.
Please.
I think this is like for everybody.
I think God's going to sprinkle us all some healthy relationships just because
Yeah.
we
Like
put
the
that
salt
word
meme
in.
guy.
Is everybody
Just like
single
Salt Bae.
in this room?
I'm single.
Yes.
Are we all
Yeah.
single?
Yeah.
Oh.
The thing that I've been doing, this is so off topic.
No, go for it.
Because I've been talking about this a lot lately. The thing that I've been doing is trying to become the kind of person that I would be attracted to, that I want to date.
There you go.
And
That's
it's
smart.
Still single, but you know, it's
How's that working
it's a
for
journey.
you?
You know, learn how to cook some amazing things.
There you go.
Be your own soulmate.
Be your own soul.
Whoa. I need that on a t-shirt.
Like self-loving yourself is, I think, before you really try to get into a healthy relationship, you have to know yourself and love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself, how are you going to expect somebody else to?
Yeah,
Amen.
100%.
Man, tonight we just got it.
I'm
going
ready to
on.
put in my bid for president right now. Please do Madam President.
I mean, I'm so ready. Yes, come on. Let's
The
do that.
bubbly and beautiful Madam President.
Yeah, that's your platform. That is your slogan. I love it. And woke. We'll add woke.
Ooh,
And woke.
yay.
Yeah. So let's talk about who's good and who's trouble. Chae, take it away with this game that we have that you created.
So, guys, for those listening to us on iTunes, we have a game we're going to play called Have You Been Good or Trouble with some paddles. One side says good with the halo, and one side says trouble for devil horns, because, of course, why wouldn't you? And so I'm going to, just ask the panel some questions, and we're each going to give our answer and maybe hopefully explanation on why if we don't agree with that person. Just because we need to
Right.
know, we need to fill everybody out.
Which situation is good in the show? Which situation is trouble?
So we're gonna start with, we have Dustin here. So we're gonna start with Alex's character.
Oh boy.
So
Trouble.
do we believe? So do we believe that there are redeeming qualities for Alex? Like, are there going to be any redeeming qualities, or he's just going to be trouble?
This is deep.
Try.
I'm kind of cheating though, because I know what happens, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be the optimist.
In the middle?
Yeah.
All right, for those of you who listening to the podcast and cannot see, he's got his paddle strictly to the middle, to where we can't tell what his answer is.
But isn't that all human nature?
Sure.
We're getting philosophical tonight.
Right now, if we're talking right now.
Okay, trouble.
I'm doing a rotating.
Megan is going to do rotating good and trouble.
What are the
He's-
good that you've seen?
None, but I'm hoping for the best.
Wow.
That's
All right.
exactly. I
Wow.
totally agree. Because people are complicated. Like, maybe we'll get some of his past and like, why is he this way? And I mean, he has potential. He has room to grow.
So Taylor, you're going to say there's
I'm gonna
some
be
good.
the optimist. Yes.
All right.
Wow.
I am straight down the middle, and only because I believe as humans we are not just villains. There are reasons for our actions. So I hope maybe if I learn those reasons, I will be more warm towards Alex's character.
Okay.
And there might be some qualities, hidden qualities, deep underneath there that we might find later. So that's where I'm at with that one.
I was so ready to argue with all of you, and I got nothing now.
We're all like, we believe in you. All right. I'm going to say good as well, because I just feel like, it's so much fun. I love to hate your character.
Sure.
But I do feel like it's not fair to your character if we don't see that he is human and he's not just all like the, just Darth Vader of it all,
Yeah, there's always a
There's
reason.
always some good.
Yeah.
There's always a reason people act the way they do.
One more question, the last question. So do we trust that Rebecca's intentions are good or trouble?
Guys, I'm rooting for
You're rooting for Rebecca. Megan?
No, I think she's in cahoots with Ben.
She's in cahoots.
That's such a good theory, honestly.
I think even if like there's a small like part of her that like wants to do good, I'm just really not seeing it because I feel like all of the advice she gives like backfires on her.
Okay.
I don't know, guys. I just get a vibe, I just get a vibe.
So you're going to go for good?
I'm
Yeah.
getting a vibe too, but it's not that vibe.
Yeah. I've got a pretty strong vibe myself. I think she's nothing but trouble.
Perhaps I'm the naive Taylor Gates, but...
You're the naive one. Here's why I think it's trouble, because I think that there are so many amazing women in the show. I almost just spilled my drink. But I think that we have to have one that's just pure evil, right? I mean, I feel like, I said, there's good and trouble in everyone. But I do feel like her intentions throughout the show are probably going to be bad just because we need that like female villain character. Just because there's so many amazing women in the show. We need someone to hate, right?
Maybe.
It's interesting.
I am down the middle again.
Girl, you can't cheat.
And no, seriously, there's a reason why I'm down the middle, because there are redeeming qualities of Rebecca's character that really make me on the fence about it, because she did actually she tried to help Callie. Callie didn't listen. She listened to Ben. There are just some things that I'm just like, I don't know who to trust that much on it, but I don't think Rebecca's just the spoiled, rich, spoon in her mouth, wanting just the glory of it all. I think she actually does want to be Callie's friend. She wants to be liked, and she doesn't want to be like the villain of it all.
Okay.
So that's where I stand.
Maybe she just needs a friend. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, I think she also needs a good friend. Like,
Yes.
because I think all the people in her life are always trying to use her for something because of maybe who her grandfather is and her family. And so I think she just needs that one person who's not here for, like, who doesn't care about the materialistic of it all.
I love how Dustin's just being so patient, waiting for her to finish her answer, and he just meanwhile is just like,
I'm just listening. I'm only basing it off what's happening now and seeing it through the lens of Callie and just how the episode ends with her. Yeah, I gotta side with my girl Cal.
I know.
Who knows?
Yeah, my thing with Rebecca too is I totally get what you were saying, Chae, about how she wants to be liked, but I think that results in her giving not necessarily the best advice because she tends to stick to the status quo. And who knows, I think there might even be a part of her that maybe does lean towards Callie's more liberal opinions, but she's afraid to express that.
Absolutely. Well, for anyone who wants to know where they can get like an amazing paddle like this designed, where can they get it designed at?
You can reach out to Prim and Popping. She's on Etsy and she has her own website as well. And guys, so you know how last week we were going to give these away? We're not just going to give one away, actually. We're going to give 5 away.
Come on.
So,
Come on.
I love it. So we're going to give 5 away. And how you can win, if you're watching us right now on YouTube, leave a comment, put 5 stars, leave your opinions, your theories, who you love, who you hate. We seriously love reading your comments. They are amazing. But if you're listening to us now on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating. You have to give us a 5-star, and also leave a comment so that we know you're entering as well. This is also only U.S. shipping because Chae does not do international and she does not have the money.
Chae does not do it.
No, I love my international. I love you guys for watching, but I don't have the monies for you.
I get it.
So-
And not only do you get the paddle, but it's going to be signed by all of the cast that we have
Yes.
come in for interviews this
So there
season.
are 5 chances, guys. Come on.
5 chances.
Dope.
We can't forget to have you sign them before you
Yes,
leave.
I will.
I am entering.
Yeah, me too, girl. For sure. So before we
Would that
get
be
in,
fair, though? Actually, wait a second.
yeah, before we get into some quick predictions, we have a few last questions for you.
Okay.
My question was, whenever you auditioned for this character, did they have like in mind exactly what they wanted you to do, or did you get to kind of play around with it and find your character yourself?
I came in with a clear idea of what I wanted him to be and what I wanted him to sound and look like and all this stuff. And in the room was everybody, all of our producers. I only went in once for this.
Awesome.
And they gave me a small adjustment that they wanted to see him be a little more conniving in his charm, which you kind of see in the beginning, the first 2 episodes more. Now that's kind of being unleashed. He's not really hiding behind much anymore. But yeah, I had a very clear idea of what I wanted him to be. So much so that when I talked to the costume designer for the first time, I said, I want him to look like he's seen what's hip and how people are dressing and just doesn't know how to do it. He just is not doing it well at all. So if you look at his outfits, they're never They're never good.
He tries.
Yeah, he tries.
I'd like
He's
to think he
trying.
tries, yeah.
Yeah.
Besides the amazing wardrobe,
Yes.
what else sort of attracted you to this project?
The evil's fun, to a certain extent. There's certain days actually on set. This is so actory, but there were certain days where I would go home, and for the first hour of being back home, I just kind of felt like crap, and I couldn't figure out why. I was like, oh, it's because I've been saying awful things to Sierra, who's the sweetest human being on the face of the earth. But it's fun. We've all got a dark side somewhere inside of us, and it's fun to let that out.
Healthy outlet.
Yeah, it's a healthy outlet. I don't mean it. It's not real. Yeah.
Shout out to Christian Lees in the chat. He said, "Sup, Dustin? Greetings from London, and see you next week, birthday boy. Oh,
That's
happy early
right.
birthday!"
Thank you. That's right. My birthday is Friday. Thank you, Christian.
Nice.
That's a good accent, honestly.
Hey, I've been hanging out with them too. But apparently, I paid him a lot of money too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Shout out to K Squared, JC Jones, Carmen. Alexander was there. Christian. You guys are awesome. They're like Team Blue fist bump, like hashtag.
All right.
Yeah,
There we
heck
go.
yeah.
There's a lot of like 5 stars in here. Somebody's asking, did we already talk about Evan? So yes, we did. Just in
Yes.
case. And they're also giving you happy birthday shout outs as well.
That's so sweet. Thank you,
Yes.
guys.
So fun birthday plans.
I'm still working on it. I never know what to do. What should I do?
Well, you're
What
in
do you s-
London, so I mean, there are clubs. I would say the Globe Theater only because I'm a theater.
No, I'll
nerd,
be
but-
here.
Oh, you're not going to London?
No,
Oh. Well, then
no.
here, escape rooms are fun.
I've never done one.
Ooh.
And I think I'd be
fun.
pretty darn
There you
good at
go.
it. As a dungeon master, I think I could
It's time.
escape
Yeah.
a room. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It is time. Well, let's get into some quick predictions.
Yes.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Take it away, Megan. We know you got some.
Oh man, where to start? I think Brian's gonna definitely cause some trouble. I feel like we're playing a lot of games between Callie and Gael, but I think they're bound to kind of get into a fight. So I anticipate some drama in the love world of Good Trouble.
I think that's a fair prediction for sure. So I think that the fact that Callie and Malika know each other is going to be a way bigger deal than Jamie thinks, because he's like, oh, it should be fine. But just the look that Ben gave them and sort of the line, he's like, oh, I think they know each other. Like, I don't think that's just a throwaway line. I think that's going to really come back to bite her, unfortunately.
Yes. There's just so much predictions I'm super excited about. I'm excited to follow Malika's journey a little bit more. I want to see more of Davi a little bit, only because she only had like a sneak shade moment adding into the whole situation. Just come have a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's actually adding to the drama too. So I want to know what's gonna happen if Callie actually snaps on Davia. Like how will that like affect the coterie? I'm super excited to see Alice is back next week, so we get to see Alice and her managerial duties.
Yes, absolutely. I really was hoping to see Alice in this week because last week we obviously see Sumi, her love of her life / best friend, getting engaged, and I'm really wanting to see what's going to happen with that and how she moves forward. I feel like I want to see more of the coterie and kind of right now we have these two main storylines of the two girls and their jobs, and I love that, but I do want to see more and incorporate more of the people from the coterie because they're hilarious and we love to see them.
I think my prediction, Alex is going to take off his shirt one episode. He's going to be shredded and become the love interest for both women.
And then it's a fight to the death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Hashtag be
gonna
your own
happen.
soulmate.
Hashtag be your own soulmate. And then he wakes up from his dream.
Yes.
Oh, my bad. One more prediction. Mariana.
Mariana.
Stop it! Oh my gosh, I blame you.
Gotcha.
I blame you. I'm sorry to say her name. Sierra's character is finna cause an uproar of the highest, amount for equality, and I'm actually really here for that. And I like the fact that someone is actually speaking up on it, because she's taking the opposite direction of Raj, obviously, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Somebody has
I
to
love a
speak
good
up.
fight against the patriarchy.
that's
We
right.
We do know.
We
Yes,
do know.
yes,
You made it very clear tonight.
Yes, social justice warrior.
My quick prediction is that Evan is going to find out that his team may not fully have his back and is kind of lying or kind of manipulating him and his power. So I feel like he is going to find that out, maybe fire a few people, and then Mariana might get promoted to a higher position because he likes her ideas so much. And I feel like Alex is not going to be cool with that because he's worked there longer and he feels like he has seniority.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
knows?
That's what I'm
He's
thinking.
like, I know things.
So hard to keep a straight face.
I bet. But thank you guys so much for watching. We do have another special guest next week, so make sure you stay tuned to our Twitters for the release of who's going to be coming in. But in the meantime, where can everyone find you on social media, Chae?
You guys can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Mondays and Tuesdays at 6 p.m. on Runaways, and Sundays doing Black Monday. It is insanely amazing and crazy.
Too crazy.
There's just a lot of coke involved. I'm just like, is this what the 80s were about? I have questions now.
Perhaps. You guys can find me on Twitter at alphabet_, and on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_. I'm also doing Scientology in the Aftermath tonight at 10 o'clock. So there's lots more drama there if you are still in the mood for that.
Oh my goodness, I don't know if I can follow that, but hey y'all, follow me at Meagan Lynn TV. Let's come chat about the show, come fight the patriarchy together, hashtag be your own soulmate.
Yeah.
I'm here for you, girls supporting girls, and I support men too, so you can follow me as well.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. And Dustin Ingram, thank you so much for coming
Thank you so much
in.
for having me. I
Yeah.
had an absolute blast.
And where can
Y'all
everyone
are
find you on
incredible.
social media?
You can let me look at camera and tell you. You can find me at what the heck is at Tsunami Grind, which is Dustin Ingram all jumbled up everywhere.
I
That's
love
where
that.
I'm at.
I love that. Well, thank you again so much for coming
Thank you
in. We
guys.
cannot
Absolute
wait to
blast.
see what happens with
Me
Alex.
neither.
So you guys make sure to tune in next week, watch the episode, and then of course come hang out with us and talk about it and recap it with us. We love you, and we will see you next time.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.